What's up, everybody? We're going to check out some Scanner Sombre today. This is a very, very chilled walking simulator, but very cool concept kind of game. I've played it for a little bit. There's not a huge story to it that I've found so far, and instead of loading my game that I've played so far, because I want everyone to experience what happens together, we're going to do a new game. I'm probably going to run through about 10-15 minutes or so, just so you can get an idea of what all you have to do. It's not super complicated. It's just, honestly, it's just kind of chill and entertaining. Alright, so, wake up in a little tent. We're like, oh, there's our fam, I guess. There's some bottles, we got some tape. Let's get out of here. So we're gonna walk out into the darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I hear you beeping once again. So we walk out, grab our Samsung VR headset. Don't know if it's officially sponsored, but we'll pretend it is. And we get our price scanner. So, all you really do in this game, pull a trigger, and it puts dots out there. Because all you see is darkness. But when you spray and put the dots out, it actually reveals the world around you. And you basically you paint the environment with dots, and you walk towards the darkness. You can jump, do little acrobatic things like that, but honestly, this is the main focus of the game. We just walk. You walk and spray paint. And I'm stuck. So we're just gonna cruise along here. Keep aiming for where there's, marks in the ground. Or not marks in the ground, more depth to the cave. Nobody had been as deep as this for thousands of years. I was utterly alone. No call for help had ever reached the surface. I want to show you one of my favorite parts of this game here. So my friends all told me I was crazy. My wife couldn't understand my obsession. So as you see, the beams go as far as the background is. There's not like a depth to it or anything. I didn't know if the myths were true. But one of my favorite parts about this game, I really love night skylines. I think stars in the sky or like city lights are the coolest thing ever. So as you walk around and you fill the game out, one of the best things you can do is you turn around and you can see the entire world that you walk through, spray painted in light blue because it's that far away. But I think that's cool as shit. Like, it's real artsy looking. It's very, I'll say, basic in environment and visuals, but I feel like it really adds something to it. Like, that's the path we walked, and it's just out there in the ether, whatever. Visually, it's beautiful, I think. But as you walk through, like, if you take the time to find specific objects and fill them in, like this, get a little excessive with this one specific area. You can back up and you're like, oh, this kind of looks like ruins a little bit. Maybe just some stalactites or stalagmites, whichever ones. I guess they were going both ways, so it could be both. Just keep creeping along. There's no strong pathfinding, we'll call it. You just walk. You kind of have to keep track of where you were, and you just walk. So these things are like super-powered minis, where it's almost like Tron, where they spray it in for you. This is our first major room here. The music gets a little more intense. So I'm going to help out the robots here a little bit. We're going to get a little more depth and perspective of this picture. So they did their part, they stop now. They ran out of juice. Inspirational crescendo hits in the audio. So now we just got a prototype for aperture control. So what that does is, kind of hard to show right here probably, but this is a normal size beam. Right bumper, see it spreads real wide. Left bumper, it's like laser focused. So this is just, could this place have been even older than the legend suggested? So this way just paints a little more in depth when you look around. I like to keep it half open, we'll call it. The resolution was astonishing. Never before had such a powerful geological loc scanner been available. Alright, so we got a bridge, a little hole, jump the hole. Again, spray paint the bridge. No floors, jump the hole. But again, like, I shouldn't have did that, show you. If you look down here, again, like, you just see the cave. See the bridge. I don't know. I just like it. I've yet to see if you can actually die or not. I've fallen off. I think you can die, because I fell off a cliff at one point and I came back down, or I came back to life. So I think that part's okay. So these look like. Here we go. We'll go in depth. So these just looks like pillars, I guess. Like Colosseum pillars. Alright, so it's like a ghost. It's a ghost or a statue. I think it's a ghost, to be honest with you. See, how is that not? Like, it's artsy as shit. I really like this. You can definitely tell our columns now, because we painted them enough. We filled in the mystery, but the mystery continues. So if you haven't noticed by now, and I'm sure you have, not a lot to do in this game. So I'll say this is more of like. This is more like a visual novel in concept than it is an actual game. That's kind of why I'd put in like the quote-unquote walking simulator category. Thank you for teaching me to zoom. Because you're not running from anything, at least as far as I played. You're not fighting anything. You're just spray painting the ground with lasers to try to survive. So this way, can't really go anywhere yet. Wait, where is... There's the cave. Again, tell me this isn't cool. You could find something like this as like ancient cave drawings, I feel like. You'd be like, wow, we solved the mystery, guys. So fancy stairs. I thought this way you're supposed to come. Maybe not. Maybe I forgot from last time. That's right, it's up here. So even this stuff, like, you just... It's like an artsy skyline, even. Whoop, almost missed. Alright, that guy definitely wasn't there before. The first time I played this, I don't always play games with my headphones in, So I didn't know that that guy actually followed you around and screamed at you. That's kind of creepy, actually. They never did iron out all the glitches. Jump! Sometimes you see sensor echoes from days earlier. Calibrations turn to ghosts. How the fuck... There we go. So with the tenses that our character is using, I feel like he's maybe talking about this in the future. If he says things like, they could never explain what I saw, I kind of assume that means we got out. I don't know. But see, for like most of these parts, I don't know what the benefit would be of doing like the super focused zapping. Like this seems more productive. Either the one that goes all around you like this, because it fills in at least remotely nearby where you're walking, or like the default. I feel like the default aperture they give you is the best one for his color and stuff in. And honestly, you could probably walk through most of this game without actually doing this, other than parts like the bridge you just saw, because that obviously would fail. And like this part that I got to before, this is pretty much where my save, we'll call it. This is pretty much where it's at. But like obviously this room is a giant caverns cave hole, and if you just ran through here, you'd fall down here without knowing any better. Actually, you know what? So I know this isn't gonna work, and I know I'm gonna die. We'll do it anyway. So we'll go like this. And we're back. And it seems like... Oh, okay. They were red because it was erasing it. I say it seems like you kept some sort of maybe damage of how many times you got going forward, but that was just the game erasing what happened so far. So I'm not going to go much farther, because A, this is as far as I've gotten by myself, and B, obviously this isn't the type of game that you could probably play more than once. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. So oddly enough, oh, it's freaking out again. I didn't necessarily think you could walk across this little platform that you're making here, but you can. That's my tip of the day. The ghosts seem upset with me. Okay, I'll assume this is a jump I can make. It's the only way to go. There we go. We are now in uncharted territory, ladies and gentlemen. If the ghost scares me, I'm going to turn the game off immediately. Just warn everybody now. Like, this. Spray paint or not, I really don't think you could walk on here. If I was in this situation with the freaking VR goggles on, spray painting the cliffs or not, I wouldn't do it because you could probably still fall. This is probably give me some other superpower. Oh, this could be awesome, isn't it? Oh my god, it's the coolest thing ever. That's like instant free scan of the area. Alright, so we do then. It's almost recharged, it looks like at the bottom. Okay. So. Ready? We're just gonna go for it. This is gonna be awesome, I feel like. Ready? 1, 2, 3, burst. That's pretty, I like that. That's fancy. Am I stuck wherever I am? Is the bursting not helping? We'll do one more. One more for the road. Come out here where there's a lot of space. Awesome. Anyway, this is Scanner Sombre, something like that. I'm not going to keep going because I definitely feel like I'll ruin it if you see me get too far. Thank you for watching this video, this artsy spectacle of a VR something simulation kind of maybe. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. But if not, I will love you the same either way. And I will see you next time for more artsy nonsense. Love you all. Lates.